The holidays can be quite dramatic for some people. Today in this video, I'm going to cover 10 drama movies that are perfect for the Christmas holidays. Welcome back to Boss Trends. Let's get into the video. Number 10, Far and Away, 1992. Real-life couple Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman reunited 2 years after making Days of Thunder to star in this film about a young Irish couple who flee to the States for a new life. They face incredible challenges and test their resolve and provide them the opportunity to forge a new path for themselves as landowners. The film is a masterpiece of period filmmaking that gives it a timeless adventure feel with just the right amount of drama thrown in. It remains one of director Ron Howard's most underrated dramatic works.
Don't flutter an eyelid, or I'll stab you. I'll stab you through.
Number 9, Rain Man, 1988. Tom Cruise played the self-centered Charlie Babbitt who finds out that his autistic savant brother, Raymond, has just inherited a $3 million trust fund bestowed upon him by their late father. He takes Raymond out of his mental institute in an attempt to get the inheritance, only to be foiled by Raymond. As Charlie learns more about Raymond, he starts to understand that his own life of swindling, womanizing, and selfishness is completely meaningless. As he grows to love his brother more, he starts to understand what family is all about, perhaps for the first time. Number 8, The Ten Commandments, 1956. Whether you're a believer or not, The Ten Commandments is one of the greatest epics of all time and definitely fits in nicely during a Christmas movie-thon. Believers take it as gospel, while non-believers enjoy it as an entertaining work of fiction, but there's no denying the impact it made on movie making. Charlton Heston plays Moses, a man destined by the Almighty himself to lead his people out of bondage under the cruel yoke of the Egyptian Empire. With powerful forces at his side, Moses looks horns with a cruel pharaoh who refuses to back down until he too finally becomes a believer.
Aaron, stretch out my staff against the waters.
Number 7, Stand By Me, 1986. Stephen King penned a unique story called The Body, which was translated into a lighthearted work about a group of young boys who set out to find the body of a young boy presumed to be missing. Things get complicated when a group of bullies picks up their trail, however. The film continues and stands the test of time not just as a cult classic, but a commentary about the importance of friendships and bonds, even as we age. It's not for the kids, but older audiences will definitely enjoy the spirit of the film.
See a dead kid, maybe it shouldn't be a party. I'm never gonna get out of this town, am I, Corey?
You, come back here! Run!
Number 6, Edward Scissorhands, 1990. Johnny Depp scored a major hit when he starred in this quirky Tim Burton classic about an artificial man whose creator dies just before he is able to receive a set of hands. Instead, he's forced to live out a lonely existence in an empty house with a pair of scissor hands that prove to be a danger not just to himself, but others. It's a timeless classic about the tales and sadness of sorrow brought on by bigotry and prejudice, and the love that can overcome it. Though the story ends on a bittersweet note, it's still a great fit for the Christmas holidays and should be shared with new generations. Number 5, Joyeux Noel, 2006. French director Christian Carion took on the wonderful task of telling a true story about a truce call between the Western Front and German forces on Christmas Eve, 1914. On that day, the guns were put down and soldiers on both sides fraternized and enjoyed the holidays together. Sadly, the event would not go unnoticed or unpunished, which highlights the importance of the date. Joyeux Noel was one of the most important Christmas films ever made, and one with a powerful message that would be best heeded by all. Number 4, The Miracle on 34th Street, 1994. This 1994 remake of the classic Christmas film manages to update the story of a modern audience without losing the script of what came before. This time, Kris Kringle is portrayed by the lovable Richard Attenborough, who goes through relatively the same series of events, including a court case to try and prove he's a real deal. However, there's a bit more magic to this particular story thanks to Kringle's relationship with Susan Walker, a girl who doesn't believe Chris is actually Santa until 3 of her Christmas wishes suddenly become true.
We think she's supposed to look good in the whole world. If you're really Santa Claus, you can get it for me.
Number 3, Forrest Gump, 1994. Tom Hanks shed his 1980s comedy career and translated fully to dramatic roles after playing the lovable Forrest Gump in the 1994 classic. It's the timeless story of an intellectually challenged guy who charms the world with his straightforward and wise views of life. Not only was Forrest Gump a technical marvel, but its dramatic story is one for the ages. In fact, the film made quite an impact, but it's still remembered fondly today, thanks to its pop culture quotes and excellent cast performances. Number 2, Jerry Maguire, 1996. Christmas movies are always the best when they have happy endings, and Jerry Maguire is no exception. That dramatic Tom Cruise hit came out of nowhere and made the phrase, "You complete me," part of the cultural lexicon. Cruise plays a sports agent who goes through an epiphany that ends up costing him his job and his elite client roster. With only one left to his name, McGuire sets out with fellow former employee Dorothy Boyd to try and forge a new path. Along the way, he comes to understand what's truly important in life, which was right in front of him the whole time. Number 1, Warhorse 2011. Steven Spielberg is no stranger to World War epics, but he'd never done any from the point of the view of a horse until his 2011 dramatic masterpiece arrived. When prize horse Joey is sold to the cavalry at the start of the First World War, he ends up in the front lines before taken by German forces. This is the catalyst for an adventure that takes Joey across Europe and into the hands of a number of different people before completing a full circle back to his original owner. That puts it right up there in the pantheon of feel-good Christmas movies. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.